Should we go for a ciggar? Little ciggar? Go on then, let's go for a ciggar.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Smokin, Fegs and Havin, Gegs with me, Ray the Queen.
And me, Queen Billy. I know you can't see us right now, but there's a fucking heat wave. 40 degrees. My balls are to my knees. Ray's dick has gotten so big with the heat that she's swinging it around like a fucking fan. My flaps are blown off me.
That is vile. Honestly, I bet some people listen to like things we say and think, how do these people like come up with this shit?
I know, and I literally just made that up on the spot basically.
You literally did.
Can you believe it's the final episode of the season?
Of the season?
That's if we'll come back.
No, we'll be coming back. Honestly, I am not finishing this and then having people coming up to me being like, bring it back, bring it back.
I know, like Malby and Tiffany.
I know.
Nobody wants ours back.
No.
Only joking. Love yous. Love yous. But yeah, final episode of the season. I mean, it was not necessarily meant to be the final episode of the season. I think we were just going to keep it going for a while, and then I was like, I want a break.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Which is fair.
My break isn't necessarily from wanting a break from the podcast. It's more, I'm going on holiday from the start of August, and I might just take the whole of August off drag.
Yeah.
So yes, there will be episodes coming out basically right up until the middle of August.
Like your birthday nearly?
Yeah, around the middle of August somewhere, there will be still episodes. But I don't want to have to record during August. I'm taking the whole month off drag. No performances, no nothing. And I'll just share the posts, you know what I mean?
Like, I feel like during, our wee break, we are going to try and figure out how to, film.
Yeah, so you can see our, actual reactions. The only issues I'm going to have with that is editing the podcast and then the video.
Yeah.
It's going to be tricky.
Yeah.
But part of me is also thinking, could we record it? You could just record it as a video and then edit the video, actually.
Yeah.
And then
take the sound.
Steal the sound off it. Yeah. Actually, it might work okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the other reasoning we want to come back, we want to have guests.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we did put a poll up. There's so many people that people suggested.
Yeah. But some of them, I can't see it happening.
Like Blue Hydrangea.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. If one of us sent Blue a message and we were like, "Do you want to come and do this?" No pressure, and she said, "Yeah."
Oh yeah, take it and run with it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen,
No.
and I'm not I'm not actually dying for it to happen. It would be nice.
Yeah.
It would be a touch, but I mean, we'd probably have to pay the bitch. It's the queen of the mother-tucking world.
I wonder what her rate is. Have you ever thought about this?
Well, I know my rate is £30 for a blowy, £50 for anal.
That is so cheap.
I'm a cheap gal. Have you seen my drag?
Honestly, £2.50 on a Twix, I'll do anything.
I love when you say that. I love when you say I got my boob job done in Claire's.
People love that we joke.
But yeah, final episode. We're I don't know, 10 episodes. That's 10 weeks.
That is scary though. It doesn't feel like we've been doing this for 10 weeks.
No.
Have you learnt anything?
What I've learned is that I'm a nasty piece of bitch. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I'm a nasty, nasty woman. I am disgusting. The things that come out of my mouth, if my mum listened to this podcast, she would actually abort me.
Yeah.
I have learnt that we're actually quite funny at times.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but
yeah. People have come up to me and being like, "You're so funny," and I'm like, "What?"
Well, do you know what? I've learnt that even people who you think don't give a fuck about you listen to it.
Yeah. That scares me so much because I was out with Callum and his friends, his
Macho man.
macho straight friends, and they were telling me that they listened to it, and that was kind of a really surreal moment for me.
It's the world's changing.
Not even that, but people that I don't know, just people that I don't think would have listened to it or listening to it.
Yeah. I fear for my life in case my work colleagues listen to it and then
I will
I said something inappropriate and I get sacked.
Yeah. Like, well, sure, my fucking PayPal is banned now.
Oh, that is so funny.
Because if you remember, I talked about this guy that basically asked me for fake pictures and I sent him my PayPal as like a joke, and he sent me like £40. So I was like, I'm going to have to send him these pictures now. So I sent him fake pictures, and I feel like he's like reported my PayPal. Because like, I got a notification a while ago that said, I am banned from PayPal for the sale of sexually explicit materials.
That's hilarious.
It's so annoying though, because like all of my like bills go through PayPal.
Yeah.
So I had to sit and sort all that out. And then like if I wanted to pay you for that pack of Fegs you brought me earlier.
I know now you had to take my bank details properly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you get for selling feet pics.
I mean, £40.
Slap it up you. Slap his feet up you.
No thank you.
Well, I have a question for you.
What is your question? And see if it's something gross, I swear. Shall I have a ciggy? Is that
Will
your
you-
question?
yeah.
Shall I have a ciggy?
That was actually my question, but I was going to make it dirty and say, will you lick between my toenails?
That is disgusting, Billy.
So, as a topic, rewrite that sentence. As the name suggests, this episode, we've decided to go unplanned, unhinged, hopefully unedited.
Oh, God.
And we're just going to talk shit.
I love talking shit, though.
I mean, I can literally see it foaming on your mouth. Brown bubbles.
But, like, the majority of...
Sorry, I need to have a moment. It's the last fag of the
Okay.
season.
You
Okay,
fucked
I
it.
just knocked the mic over. Last fag of the season. Season 1, baby, yeah.
But anyway, I feel like most of our episodes, 90% of it is just us talking shite, and 5% is the actual topic.
Yeah.
So I feel like a full episode where we just talk shite is warranted. So I feel
Absolutely.
I feel like that's what the people like. I feel like they enjoy the randomness.
Where we just go off on a tangent and talk absolute fucking nonsense. What have you learned actually from this whole 10-week journey? Technically 9 weeks, because this is the 10th week we're recording. So
Yeah. Well,
in your season 1 time.
oh my God, I feel like I'm on Drag Race and RuPaul's holding up this baby picture of me and being like, what would you tell baby David?
What would you tell baby David about recording a podcast?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I have learned a lot of things. I've made a couple of new friends, actually, because, like, people that have come up to me and, like, told me that they love the podcast, and I've, like, formed somewhat of a friendship with them,
Yeah.
which I think is quite cool.
Same. I can understand that one too.
Yeah.
One thing I would tell baby Queen Billy is that I never want to work with you again. Only joking. I think it's actually, in a weird way, I'm going to sound so cringy, but I'm going to be nice to you.
Oh, that makes a fucking change.
I know. But in a weird way, like, we only see each other when we're doing drag nearly now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, give us another reason to meet up.
Yeah.
And like,
that's
now that
nice.
you're home, like, we're spending more time together.
That is sweet.
And that's like also one of the things, because you were anxious about moving back home. You
Yeah.
didn't really want to do it, like, you've, like, mental health wise and other reasons.
Yeah.
But like, I did say to you, like, when you move home, like, I want to spend more time with you, and we'll, like, if you like just need to get out, like, we'll just go for a wee drive or something. But now we
Yeah.
have this,
Yeah.
and
And, like, I do appreciate that.
oh my God, she appreciates me. She's being nice to me
I
now.
know. But, like, I don't know.
Less of the soppy shite.
Yeah.
I was nice for 5 seconds.
No,
so
you have to
it's
go,
over.
Go back to being a bitch. Oh, I can see your nipple.
Can I break your glasses?
On your nipple?
Yeah.
Do you remember the guy that we went to school with? Do you remember the whole trend where you spray deodorant on your hand for ages, and it like fucked your skin up?
Yeah, but the one about the nipple where you sprayed deodorant on your nipple for so long and you could flick the tip off.
Someone did that in my class.
I had someone done it in my PE class in the changing rooms.
They did it in French. They did it in PE with the deodorant, and they went to the teacher and they were like, "Oh, miss, my nipple's really sore," and they lifted their shirt and they just went, "Ping," and it went flying.
Do you know what I can picture someone doing?
I'm pretty sure he had to leave school as well because everyone bullied him because he flicked his nipple off.
Imagine telling people I went to 2 secondary schools. I left the first one because I got bullied for flicking my nipple off.
Imagine what it looks like.
I know, I wonder if it grew back.
I don't think it would grow back, but do you think it just
Just looks like an indent.
like inverted? Like, do you like your nipples like are inverted?
Yeah.
This Pride Month, I'm asking my nipples to come out. Please come out.
Do you know what I can picture people doing? And this is like, I have my nipple out for reference. So, do you know the TikTok sound? Are you happy to be in Paris? So I can picture a child in school nowadays doing that trend to the French teacher and being like, Miss, can you say this? And the teacher goes, are you happy to be in Paris? And the child goes, oui, and flicks her nipple off. I wish I'd done it.
What?
Flick my nipple off.
I love my nipples. That's a lie. I hate my nipples. That's why I have them pierced.
Do you know I'm getting fatter?
I can see that.
Like I am.
Like, I remember you, when you first started doing drag, I was skinnier than you.
Yeah.
So, and the corset that you have is one that I give you, isn't it? And I give you the one that's bigger than the one I have because...
And now I'm struggling to wear that one.
Yeah.
And I was actually told to get a smaller corset before.
Because see, the one that I give you, when I could tighten it so that it was closed completely, I couldn't tighten it anymore, and I could still get smaller. But now, like...
And now I have rolls hanging over mine.
See, like, I actually went and I bought, like, a proper corset that cost me, like, £120.
Oh. I never used it.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Because when I first started doing drag, I wanted to be, like, a wee bit like Violet Chachki and, like, have the tiny, tiny, tiny waist.
You could never.
Literally. I used to literally put my corset on and keep it on for, like, 2 hours.
In the hope that it was training your body or something?
Yeah, like waist training.
Fair enough. I could never.
Please put your nipple away. It's been out this whole time.
I know what's staying out for the episode. It wants to say hi.
Oh my god, is your nipple the first guest?
Hello. My nipple is the guest. Every week. Last week, or a couple of weeks ago, my
just-
balls were the guest.
She's just very quiet.
Yeah, she doesn't speak much. Though if you do put your ear to her, she goes,
I'm lactating.
what was I saying there?
I have no idea. Oh, your favourite body part?
Oh, no, my lover, when we're lying in bed, he slaps my thighs and he like goes, I just want them around my head.
That
Like,
turns me.
no, he loves my thighs. Like, because they're like, they're solid.
Like, growing up, did you ever have, like, body issues? Like, were you, like, comfortable with your body?
I don't think I've ever thought about it as a child.
I was when I was very, very young. But I used to be, like, quite overweight as a child. Like, I would have been quite a chubby child. But then there was one Christmas, I don't know what happened. I got very, very, very sick.
Mm.
And I think I stopped eating to the point where, like, I think I was only eating, like, half an apple a day for, like, 2 months straight.
Oh my god.
And the weight dropped off me. I got so skinny.
Yeah.
And since then, I've never really put the weight back on to the extent that I was. But, like, I have, like, stretch marks, like, all over my inner thighs, all over my thighs, some on my stomach and stuff. So you can see, like, how big I really used to be. Like, if I ever see any, like, photos, I'll send you them.
Yeah.
Because, like, bitch, if you pushed me, I would have rolled. Like, that is how big I was.
Like, do you know what's weird for me, though? Like, people always associate, like, stretch marks with overweight people or, like, bigger people.
Yeah.
Like, plus-size people. But I have stretch marks, and I've never been plus-size. I've never been overweight. But I have stretch marks, and they're right in here.
Yeah.
Like, in the end, like, the very top inner parts of my thighs, where my Gucci is. My Gucciolina.
Gucciolina bag.
My Gucci bag. But yeah, no, I have stretch marks too. And do you know what is so strange? Everybody has beauty marks. Mostly.
Yeah.
Everybody has birthmarks. Mostly. I used to be so self-conscious of that.
Of that? That's
Yeah.
the tiniest thing.
I used to be so self-conscious of my wee birthmark on my back.
I can't even see it. Oh, I do see it.
I used to be so self-conscious of them. They were the things that I was like, anytime I was wearing shorts, I had to make sure I like was always pulling my shorts down. I still do it now sometimes, just to hide that.
Do you know what I used to be so self-conscious of? I have like a mole on my bum.
I remember this.
Yeah.
From the pizza days.
Yeah. Like, I used to be so self-conscious of it, because initially I thought it was a freckle, and then Callum turned around and was like, babe, that's a fucking mole. You have a mole on your arse. Like, I just fully don't care anymore.
I love that. Body liberation.
But now I love my wee mole on my bum.
Can't say I love your mole.
I mean, you'll never see her again. Well,
Drag, baby. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
that is fair, to be honest, because the amount of times that me and you have come home drunk on a night out and just
Stripped.
stripped. Do you remember the night that we came in and we were like busting for a wee?
Was this when we came in then just straight into the living room and just stripped at the door?
Yeah, and like we were both busting for a wee, and I was like, I'm going into that one, and you're like, no, I'm going into that one, and we literally just went in and peed together. Like our streams crossed and everything.
That was hilarious.
That was true
That's
friendship.
how you know it's true best friends.
Yeah. That was so funny. The nights that we came home from drag nights out up at my old house.
I could just...
Like,
I miss them.
I know, I feel like that's why I'm like so sad about like having to move back down here, because like
Part of our like our friend routine is like gone now.
yeah,
But we'll find new routines.
I know,
I mean, our relationship
like
has changed dynamically so much
yeah,
over like the past 8 or 9 years.
yeah,
Went from pizzas
blocking every weekend.
to only seeing you like with other people,
Yeah,
to then doing drag during lockdowns,
yeah,
to then competing together
and crossing streams.
and making a podcast, crossing streams. Willies in the streams. That is what they are.
Yeah,
But like it has changed very dynamically. Look at me being nice
I
again.
know. Like I really hope that we like either you get a horse,
I'm getting a horse.
like a house like sorted, like, or I get one.
Imagine us both living in Belfast.
That would be great.
We'd never be away from each other.
Literally.
Mm.
Like,
Oh my god, me and Connor, I was looking on Property Pal earlier, and 3-bedroom house, 750 or 775 a month. And I was like, this is a lovely house. 3 bedrooms, that's like £25 more a month for an extra bedroom.
yeah.
Scroll through the pictures. The 3rd bedroom was literally from that corner to that door to like here. I was like, how can you even get it? Why are you classing that as the 3rd bedroom?
Yeah.
What are you swinging?
Some of the house, not a cat by its tail, let me tell you that. But one of the houses we looked at was it was like a 3-bedroom house, and the 3rd bedroom was literally, there was a bed in it. The walls on either side of the bed, you can even set things down the side of the bed. It was literally just, you walked in the door and jumped onto the bed.
See, we were also looking at another house, and it was like the shape of the bedroom. Now, I've since seen videos since Connor viewed it,
Yeah.
but from my perspective, looking at it on Property Pal, this is why you have to view houses. I looked at it, and it was like a long rectangle room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a smaller rectangle that way, so it was like a fat L shape,
Yeah.
and the door was over by the smaller part. And I was like, if you put your bed in there, you would have to climb over the bottom of your bed to get into the bed. And then I realised it was far too small, because when the door opened, it literally like near hit the window.
Yeah.
But like, it was just so, I was like, how can people like even live in rooms that size?
See, I wouldn't mind like a small bedroom. I think a small bedroom can be cozy.
Cozy, but I mean, any places to...
Put all your dildos.
Well, I was actually going to make that joke, and I was going to any places and any different surfaces to like,
Stick them to.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what
I
you
can't
mean.
just stick them to my forehead all the time and hope it reaches.
I know.
I
It's like
don't-
if you stick it to your forehead, you can suck yourself off and fuck yourself with it at the same time.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't know if you know this person. I'm going to pause this. This girl lives not far away from us, and the post she put on Facebook was she went down the back of the sofa to lift something and fully pulled out from the back of her sofa a double-ended dildo, and she does not know how it got there.
What?
A full double-ended dildo. I found it fucking hilarious. I went and showed my mum. My mum was like, "That's not funny." I was like,
Is the
"Mum,
post still up? Show me it. I want to see it.
what did you think of that?"
I mean, I'm in like a wee community group for like Bangor, because Callum makes me join them all to like put in like, does anyone need any like emergency plumbers sort of thing.
Yeah.
And like I've seen one where like, a parent put up like, can you please like hide away your personal belongings from your kids, because my daughter's just came home with a fucking dildo thinking it was a toy wand or something. Or like dogs find them on walks and things. But like, doesn't surprise me.
No.
Like,
Do you know what I love? This is so strange, but I love, do you know, like, silly wee jokes that you see something and you're just like, someone had a good night, and you just see a condom land on the road and you're just like, someone had a good night. That amuses me, seeing a wee used condom just laying.
really?
But it might not even be used. It might just be opened and...
I fully found a used condom with sperm in it, like with cum in it, on the side of the road once. And I didn't know what it was because I was so young, but like I remember it. This is rotten. I remember picking it up and then being like, ooh. But that's mad though, because like clearly someone has like fucked in the car and just chucked it out the window.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? Then?
Dirty bastards.
I know.
Oh, now you make me want to talk about dirty stuff.
Ooh.
Where was the most risky place you done it? No, we're not doing it.
I don't know. I haven't really done it in that many risky places. Like, I've done it in a few cars. Like, I remember, do you know, like, at the bottom of my driveway, there's, like, a lane that goes up?
Mm-hmm.
I've done it in a car, like, up there, with the lights turned off, facing the road.
Oh my god.
It was at, like, 4 a.m, though. It was, like, very late at night.
I hope it was winter, because in the summer, 4 a.m.'s daylight.
I think it was during the winter.
Do you know what I find so weird? Do you know why people, like, go cruising?
Mm-hmm.
Cruising creeps me out. I don't think I'm ever going to be that desperate for sex that I want to do it in a public toilet.
No.
Or do it in the middle of Rushmere Shopping Centre like I recently heard about.
No.
In a group chat.
I would never do that. But, like, I've done it on a beach once. With, do you know who it was with? Can't remember his name.
Sorry, we paused for a wee moment there where we were talking about secrets.
Secrets.
We were talking about mushrooms.
Oh.
Mushroom dicks.
Literally.
Still can't get over it. It's the final episode.
I know. Do you ever, like, speak to any of the people that you, like, used to have sex with? Or, like, hear from them?
Not really, no, because, like, I'm seeing someone I'm kind of like...
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them to either.
That's fair.
I'm quite content with...
Like, there would be the odd time with, like, that guy that I just told you about in that car park. He would, like, see me in the shopping centre and, like, wink at me. And I'd be like, I literally haven't done anything with you or spoken to you for literally 4 or 5 years now. So, like, why are you doing that?
Yeah. No. I mean, before I was seeing Owen, like, I did low-key wish that my old fuck buddy, like, would be single again.
Who was your old fuck buddy?
The one I told you about there when we paused.
Oh.
But...
I've never heard of him. I'd never heard you speak of him before.
Earl, he was the one that took the V card.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Fuck my drag.
No, I mean, like, my full V card. But, like, no. But me and Owen aren't in a relationship yet, but I'm very, like...
Can you see it happening?
Yeah, I can see it happening, but, like, I'm not, like... I still, like... I'm at the point where I'm, like... I really love where it's going, but I'm, like, if, like, he decided that he didn't want to eventually, like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But it would, like, hurt me,
Yeah.
obviously. But I'm, like... I'm just, like, content. I've
Yeah.
never been so, like, content with not being in a relationship.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Are you still, like, on Grindr and stuff?
No. So we are exclusive to an extent,
Yeah.
but we're just not
Labeling it?
labeling anything, which old people get so confused by. Do you know old people, like, not necessarily all old people, but they're like, I don't understand all this in-between bit. Like,
Yeah.
you're either with them or you're not.
know.
I get that all the time. Like, dating? Like, what? Like, seeing someone? What is that? Like,
Yeah.
are you in a relationship or are you single?
I mean, that comes from a time when, like, you knew someone a week and then you got married.
You know, like, that literally used to happen, which is so crazy.
Yeah.
People would have met on the Monday, be married by the next week.
Yeah.
Like, what? No. I'm glad things have moved on. Look at that moth. This is that noise. This is becoming an episode of how many bugs can we see?
I know.
And then people are probably fully like, are they fully sitting in that house? And there's just bugs everywhere.
I know, they're probably going to think my house is disgusting.
We're in a shed.
We're in my dad's man cave, as he calls it.
Lots of lovely tools around us. Saws, chisels, files, I don't know. Them ones at the top there remind me of moths.
Yeah. They remind me
I feel like I'm in the technology classroom.
It literally is. Because he does like wood turning. Joe, like, it's a bit of wood and a thing
Bet he does.
spins around really, really fast, and he like chisels at it to make like different designs.
Nice. There's this one time I went occasionally, every time I was single again.
Like, see when like you talk about like people that you have had sex with, like hookups from Grindr, would you sleep with them more than once, or was it like a buck and chuck, never see them again, never speak again?
I mean, I don't really like meet people to do anything really. Like, I've never really had, like, I don't go out of my way to go and have sex with people.
Yeah.
Like, this person in particular though, like, I had been a few times. I would say maybe 5 times over the course of maybe 2 or 3 years.
Mm.
And it was just every time I was like, well, I know he's going to do it.
Yeah.
So I went, and the last time I was there, I was done, but he was determined that he was going to. And the time before that, he hadn't. And I was like, just leave it.
Yeah.
This time, he was like, it's happening. And I was fully lying there with like my legs over his thighs, and he was like trying to finish. And I was like, this needs to stop.
Yeah.
So technically, you could probably, like, some people might actually think that I was sexually assaulted by saying this.
Yeah.
But he pinned me down. Was determined he was going to finish.
Did he?
No.
That is embarrassing.
Even though I told him, like, it's fine.
Please stop.
Like, yeah, I was like,
Let me go home.
I think I can remember saying, like, don't worry about it, like, it's fine. He was like, no, I'm doing it. And I was like,
Was this the guy that you were speaking about earlier?
no.
What was this guy's name? Just gonna do a wee pause here.
Well, like, yeah, it was just a bit intense, and I never went back after.
Yeah.
What about you? Have you had any mishaps, accidents?
I mean, I feel like
strange
I've
experiences.
spoken about it before, but there was this one guy who he came and he picked me up in one of those really old like VW camper vans, and like it was so loud, like the engine in it was so fucking loud. I was like, they're gonna wake my parents up.
Yeah.
Like my parents are gonna come out and see me getting into this man's van. But we like drove down the road a wee bit and like pulled in and like went up a lane that was basically like in the middle of nowhere. Like there was no houses in near it, and like we started like getting down and dirty.
Get down and dirty.
But the poor man just couldn't get it up, and like I, of course I was like a bit annoyed because like I wanted my hole, but at the same time it was like scary because he was like, I don't know, he was just like so angry with himself that he couldn't get it up, and I was literally just stood there naked waiting for him. And he was like, well, oh, maybe if you suck me off a bit more, it'll like go up. So I was literally just like nibbling on his flaccid penis for like 10 minutes.
Nibble, nibble. Like a block of cheese.
Yeah, like it just...
Cheesy dick. Ew.
It just like felt very awkward. Like I feel like it wouldn't have been awkward if he had been able to like have an erection, but it was just weird.
Yeah. I mean, the night I lost my V card, the next day, they drove to McDonald's and I fully thought they were going to pay, and they made me pay.
Seriously.
And I was underage. Not underage, I was legal age of consent. And they were like 20. And I was literally 17, and I was like not working. I was still in school.
Like, did they make you pay for yours as well?
Did they pay for it all?
For theirs as well? That's
Yeah.
what I meant.
Yeah.
How did they even bring that up? Like, by the way, babe, you're going to pay?
I think it just came to it and I was like, sure, I'll get it. Hoping they were going to be like, no. and fully sat back and were like, okay.
Ew.
And they drove. They worked. I was in school not making nothing. Dirty.
There's one guy that was like the oldest guy that I ever like slept with. And after I did it I only ever did it with him once, and he used to always message me and like ask me to come out again, but I never went, and he would always be like, oh, that's fine. I know loads of wee boys around your area that I love to go and have sex with.
Yeah.
And I would be like, prove it. Who you fucking hell?
I think we're coming to a close, though.
Are we?
Yeah. We're at 40 minutes.
Oh, this is sad. The last episode.
I know. We fully are going to have to record an episode 9, though.
I know. We're recording this as the last one. It's not even the last one we're recording.
I know. But we're actors. Technically, are actors.
Aren't we?
We're drag queens.
That GCSE drama came in handy.
That A level came in
Did
handy.
you do it for A level?
Yeah.
I did and dropped it.
Got a C.
I dropped it halfway through because I did costume design instead of like the acting, and they had never taught it before, so they kind of were just like, they didn't teach me properly. They kind of like explained everything from like an acting point of view, and then they were like, Dave, you do that but from a costume design point of view, and it literally made zero sense to me.
Yeah.
So I had had like a panic attack in my teachers, in the room with my teacher, like, but right before my like final piece, and failed it.
Live, laugh, love. But yeah, final episode, bitch. Episode 10.
I can't believe
Talking shit. But I mean, our plans are to come back in the autumn. So hopefully September time, at the latest October, depending on how we're going to format the next season. But we do plan to come back. We plan to come back with some guests.
Oh.
We may have one lined up. Not really. Therapist. We plan to come back with guests. We want to kind of maybe have it recorded so you can see our like live like.
Because I think the majority of like the comedy we give,
we're doing sign language or something.
yeah.
And yeah, so look out for September or October. Like, that's not really that long away. It sounds long because it's
Yeah.
July, but like,
Although saying that, if we do record like video it, I want you to change your name on YouTube to Billy and Ray.
yeah, I might have to do that.
Yeah, because seeing like your link tree, you have all your links, and then the podcast.
But the podcast is at the top of most of it, like all the links. But yeah, season 1, baby.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap and cut.
Cut, print,
Moving on.
cut, print,
Moving on.
cut, print.
Suck my ass.
Right.
I kind of want to end it.
I'm
like, hee hee.
we should fully get like a phone line and be like, ring in with your problems.
I know, like we Billy and Ray hotline.
Phone sex line.
And like, imagine actually having like people ring us during like recording the podcast, and they're
I know.
actually like I could put a dub over their voice.
I know.
That'd be iconic.
That would be.
I'm excited for the next season.
Me too. I'm excited to see where this takes us, because I feel like it's like
On a train bound for nowhere, I met up with a gambler.
No, but
we
you-
were both too tired to sleep.
fuck up.
So he came on stringing my banjo. That's not even the words.
But you know what I mean, though, because like I feel like this is going to take us somewhere.
It's going to take us to, we moved to Belfast and we never do it again.
Literally. But like people do, I feel like the people do enjoy it,
Yeah.
and like I enjoy making them.
Same?
I didn't quite expect to enjoy it as much, like making them as I do.
Yeah. Like I was actually, like I've always like enjoyed the idea of doing something like this, but I mean, whenever we actually decided we were going to do it, I was actually apprehensive. I was like,
Yeah.
why are we going to do this? Nobody's going to listen to it.
Because like, I feel like we've talked about doing this like for ages.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's something that we did talk about doing in the past, but we just never got around to doing it.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like it started with like us doing our lives on Facebook when we're doing our makeup,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But anyway,
Look at us reflected.
it's like near 1:30. It's 1:10.
In the morning.
We may wrap this up and get to bed because I've been up since 8 a.m. and I am exhausted.
And we have a semi-final to do today.
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 Although I'm quite sad about the fact that we don't do our makeup with each other anymore.
I know.
It's annoying.
I know.
I'm stressed about doing my makeup tomorrow because I
Same.
completely do something.
I'm doing drag king makeup technically.
Yeah.
I'm like being a man. But yeah, Smokin, Fegs and Havin, Gegs season 1 is finished, and we will see you in hopefully September
Yeah.
for season 2. Hopefully we'll have a wee guest in the first episode, which would be iconic, and more funky topics and being fucking weirdos. Can't wait for it. But yeah,
Until then,
over and out, bitches. Shall we go for a ciggy?
we'll go for one last ciggy.
Go on then.
Let's go for one last ciggy.
Let's dance.
So last dance, last chance for Ruben.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Right.
Bye.